Welcome back to another episode. I'm your nerdy bearded buddy, and today we are looking back at the Xbox, the original one. As always, if you're new here and you like gaming, retrospective, nostalgic, and some modern content, maybe consider subscribing. I also post daily shorts. It's good stuff. So the Xbox, wowzers. I'm so nostalgic for this console, and I didn't even grow up with it. This thing came out in Australia in 2002. That's absolutely insane. And here I am talking about it in 2026. At the time, I was a PS2 kid. I was a PS2 household. I'm not going to lie to you. But I eventually got into Xbox 360, and that was the beginning of my Xbox journey. I have been recovering from my surgery, and so I thought, why not rock the Xbox? So my friends, my gaming nerds, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a stack of Xbox games that I've been playing, and I love. This isn't all the Xbox games I own. I own a few more, but these are the ones I'm going to talk about. Now, ironically, this is a game that I played on the PS2 back in the day, but I thought, may as well have the copy on Xbox. This is Crash TwinSanity, and I have to tell you, man, they just don't make them like this anymore. I remember back in the day, this game was, to me, insane because you had Crash and Dr. Neo Cortex teaming up and working together. And that, as a kid, that blew my mind. I was like, no way, like that is insane. This was a fantastic game. Really not much to say about it because I want to talk about other things here, but I really enjoyed the 3D open world free roam environment that it had on offer. And I feel like nowadays, this honestly deserves a remaster. This is so forgotten and underrated. Not enough people talk about it, and they should, because TwinSanity is a fantastic game. Great 3D platforming, funny slapstick humor. I loved it. Honestly, this is one of the more memorable games of my childhood on PS2, but thought I'd revisit it on Xbox. Now, where it all began, Halo and Halo 2 on the Xbox. Yes, I can hear you already. This is available on newer devices. I've got these games accessible on Steam Deck, on my Series X. I know you can get it outside of Xbox, but the fact that I'm playing these original Xbox titles on the original hardware, it just feels special. Like the Xbox itself feels sleek for its time, and the controls and the actual controller, they feel amazing. The Xbox 360 controller is my favorite controller of all time. This is the original Xbox is a close second, I'm not gonna lie. I played these on the 360 as a kid. I got these Xbox editions, and I never played them on an original Xbox until now. And I have to say, oh boy, like if you have an Xbox and these games, just do it, because then you can say you've played the original games on the Xbox, just for bragging rights. The fact that these ran so well back in the day, and they looked so good for what they were, they still look amazing to this day. There's something about the charm of the graphics on the original hardware. It's beautiful. Next up, Ultimate Spider-Man, another game I had on PS2, but my PS2 was chipped and it was a burnt copy, so I thought I'm gonna buy the legitimate copy and have it on Xbox. One, because it's cheaper, and two, well, that's the only reason, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, this, if you love Spider-Man and you love like the comic book art style that it does with cell shading, this is phenomenal, and it's quite dark for what it is. But yeah, this was a peak game, deserves a remaster, 100%. Speaking of peak, I've got Cars on Xbox. Again, I had this as a burnt copy on PS2, bought the original, I guess, not the original, but I bought a legit version on Xbox, and dude, they don't make games like this anymore. Movie tie-in games, for one. The fact that Lightning McQueen controls so smoothly for a game that came out 20 plus years ago is actually brilliant. The fact that I can free roam around Radiator Springs and see all my favorite characters I loved as a kid and that my son loves now is just amazing. And again, I know if you emulate, you can get this elsewhere, but nothing beats, in my opinion, the original hardware. And like, let's be real, out of all the Cars games, the first one takes the cake. Another beauty, Destroy All Humans. Now, dude, this game is just balls to the walls, fun sci-fi 1950s aesthetic. And again, I know you can emulate it and you can get remastered editions, but this on the original Xbox, original hardware, is amazing. How well it ran, how innovative it was for its time. They just don't do them like this anymore. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's true. I actually found this quite hard. It's definitely got its challenge factor there, but it is so fun and so entertaining, and it goes into all the tropes of like aliens and like invasions and stuff. It's just I love it. It's so fun. Next up is, and I got these in a double pack, Republic Commando and Jedi Outcast. Jedi Knight 2. Both these games I've got on modern consoles. I think they're on my Switch. I play them portably. Yeah. And my PS4 and 5. Anyway, again, playing these the way they came out back in the day is actually kind of nostalgic. It has like a rough around the edges kind of nostalgic feel, if that makes sense. Like it makes me miss a time that I wasn't exactly there for, if that makes sense. The graphics here are charming, the gameplay is charming. They just, again, they don't make them like this anymore. What is going on with games nowadays? And trust me, I love my games nowadays. Modern games are fun as hell, but these are just, I missed these Star Wars old school games. And lastly, this is one I've wanted to talk about for a while. Star Wars Obi-Wan. And unless you're emulating, you can't actually play this elsewhere nowadays still. So I tried playing this backwards compat on my 360, on my Xbox One and Series X, and I couldn't. The only way I can play this is on the original hardware in 2026. That's insane. Unless you're emulating, of course. But I have to say, this is such a fun, unique game, and I'm glad to have it. I got it on the cheaper side because it's got no manual, unfortunately, but it's got the game there, which is the most important part to me. And honestly, if you like Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're gonna love this game. To me, the controls feel a little bit weird and like wonky at first, but you get used to it so fast to the point where I didn't even mind, because you're using the right analog stick as your lightsaber controls, and it feels amazing. It feels so fun. This is set prior to and during the events of episode 1, so it shows you what he's getting up to when he's off screen in the first movie. It's really fun, and honestly, this needs a remaster, and if you're a big Obi-Wan and Star Wars fan, this is a must-play. That's pretty much everything I'm playing right now on the original Xbox. It's such a great console. Like, I've had this console for so long, and I've never really made much content about it, so I was like, nah, I need to change that. I need to make content right now for it. So yeah, that's it. That is it. Thank you guys for watching. What do you think of the original Xbox? Let me know in the comments. Hit subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Until next time.